Hello and welcome to A Helping Hannah. In this video, we're going to talk about patterns, how to turn something into a pattern, and then how to create your own patterns. So the first thing we're going to do, you notice I've opened up my pattern. Patreon Cushy, Canvas, Seamless, 1024, White. I'm actually going to tint this so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better and tell this apart from my other patterns. So I'm just going to make a new layer and I'm going to go ahead and tint. Now, you do not have to do that part. This is just so you can see which pattern I'm doing right away. So what you're going to do, you open up your pattern. It'll hopefully look something like that, maybe like denim. It also works for like plaids. And you're going to go Edit. Choose Define Pattern. And I'm going to name this Bright Blue. You can name it whatever you want. You can just hit enter. It does not make a difference. So then you're going to go to your clothing thing and right click and choose Blending Options. Go to Pattern Overlay. I was working with plaid, not on this. And then you're going to pick your new pattern. Now from here, you can do all sorts of things. You can change the scale. You can make it really, blending options, pattern overlay. You can make the scale huge. Now notice, like, you lose detail when you get too big because it just is huge. You could make it really tiny. Notice again, you lose detail. Multiples of 25 are typically the best. I actually really like how the 25 looks on this. You can put a color overlay on to kind of edit how the color looks. Maybe I want it darker. Maybe I want to add another one to make it gray. If yours is a white one, you have so many more options. So I'm just going to leave it as this beautiful bright blue and hit OK. Now, if we zoom in on my cuffs, you're going to notice they're a little plain. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to make our own super simple cuff pattern. So go to File and New. And then my cuff patterns, I typically do like 10 by 10. They don't need to be big. And then you zoom in significantly until you have a pretty good work area. Click your brush and make it black and white. And then make this exactly 5 pixels, or half of it. And then just draw a line up and down. You'll notice it takes up 5. The one on the far side kind of grays in a little bit, but you can just erase that. So you notice I have a vertical stripe. Edit, Define Pattern, OK. Go back here, Blending Options. Now this works really well for cuffs. It works for if you want vertical stripes for some reason, but this is a little huge. So let's work with it. I'm going to turn the scale down to probably about 10. You notice it blends together a little bit more. And then I'm going to turn my opacity down because typically it's not super like dark when you have that. Now it just looks like ribs. And you're not limited to using this with this. You could use this, maybe you have really cool clip art. You could just create one. Now, I will say, when you're using clip art or whatever else you're going to use, let me go ahead and demonstrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to load your things up into one image and then how to resize it before you put it into your texture image, because if you don't, they're going to end up really huge. So go to File, then Scripts, and then choose Load Files into Stack. Then you're going to get this pop-up window and you click Browse. And then I had a really nice one I wanted to work with. So we just go to whatever it is that inspired us to work. Maybe I really want to do my outer space stuff. And then I'm just going to open up 5 of them. Okay. You wait a minute as Photoshop kind of does its thing. Now, what it's doing, it's opening everything into one image, so I can easily image size. Yeah, these are absolutely huge compared to what I want. So I'm going to lower it to about 100, maybe 150, depending on the size I want it. And then it just resizes all of them for me. Then I can duplicate layers over to Untitled 2, which is my new pattern. And I can reposition these as much as I want. So maybe I want that there, and that there. Then I'm going to duplicate the layers. And then I'm going to merge them. Because I want these in their exact spot. But if I were to use this as it is, I would have a big white area here. Filter, Other, Offset. I typically do exactly half of whatever I'm doing. Now with the horizontal, I actually liked it better at 128 because I was getting some clipping through. My goal is to have it where whatever I put on here, you can see, oh hey, that's in a different space. You know, they're not right on top of each other. I like that up there actually, that there, him over there, him down here. Helps if you click the right things. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then sometimes, just for good measure, I'll duplicate the layers again. Merge, and I'm just going to go ahead and lock these two. And then I'm going to select these, edit, free transform, and just tip them a little to get me some more variation. Then select them one at a time, and just move them wherever I want them. Maybe down there. I want an alien here. Maybe right there. Yeah, that's good. And right here. That's cute. And one more rocket ship. Where do I want you? Right here. Then we can go edit, define pattern. Okay. And then say I am working on like a skirt or a shirt that I want to put a really cool pattern on. I can go to blending options and I can just use that pattern I made as a pattern. And it will be fully seamless. I hope this helped.